Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hit Cricket, your source for cricket analysis, commentary, and fun. I'm your host, Sean, joined by two cricket fanatics, two India fans, Rahul and Nanesh. Today, we're going to be talking about the Champions Trophy. It's our first video in this series. We're going to be previewing the Champions Trophy for each of the 8 teams. We're super excited for this competition. It last happened 8 years ago, where Pakistan broke the hearts of India fans and that great victory of theirs, sadly, for us Indian fans. But anyway, we're going to be starting with previewing India's squad and their chances at this Champions Trophy. And yeah, Rohit Sharma captaining the side. Obviously, he's not in the best of form, but we're hoping for a little bit better version of Rohit Sharma, something we saw at the beginning of last year, maybe, where he was in top form. And Shubman Gill is the vice captain, followed by Shreyas Iyer, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant, and KL Rahul. Uh, Ravindra Jadeja, Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel, and then Washington Sundar, and Arshdeep Singh, Jasprit Bumrah, Kuldeep Yadav, and Mohammad Shami. So this is a pretty strong-looking Indian side. Uh, Quality batsmen, honestly, rich in their options. But who they pick is going to be very interesting, given the form of certain players, the performance in the first ODI against England at the time of us recording this. So, guys, oh, and obviously Bumrah's fitness is one big question as well. So, guys, what do you think of the squad, and how do you think India is going to go about picking this team?
Well, first off, I'd like to start off on a sour note. I don't think Bumrah is going to play the Champions Trophy because
Yeah.
I don't think I think this is too serious an injury for his whole career because he's had like this stress fracture in his back and he's had this back injury for a while. And the fact that it's recurred again and it's a similar issue, I'm assuming they wouldn't want to risk it keeping like how long a career he has left in him. He can win you so many more tournaments, and I don't think it's
Exactly.
worth it to
No
risk.
wonder he'll get back stress fractures every time when the whole India's bowling lineup is on his head in Australia.
Yeah,
Throwing
I mean,
Bumrah was having to bowl like I think if he was healthy and all, he would have bowled like 100 overs, man. That's how much he was bowling.
no, yeah, and plus I think I've also like seen in other places as well, like with this kind of unorthodox action, Test cricket might not be the best option. We've seen guys like Malinga and stuff, they've not meddled too much with Test cricket, or they've retired early, or they've not played that much because that kind of action, their body can't take that many overs and that many like long spells across like successive days. And unfortunately, Bumrah was put into the fire because of the lack of I wouldn't say quality, but the lack of performance from the other seamers. And unfortunately, he just picked up an injury, and now it's unfortunately a similar injury. So we just have to hope and pray, but I don't think they'll risk him for the Champions Trophy. If anything, he might be like a option for knockout games, but I would not risk him in the league stage, and I don't think they'll be risking him either. But other than that, I feel the squad is pretty decent. Uh, Good spinning options. They took four spinners. I don't know if that many spinners were necessary. I definitely think they could have sneaked DSP in place of one of the spinners, potentially Washington Sundar. Purely considering Bumrah's fitness questions and Shami just returning from an injury as well. You don't know if either of them can hold up the whole tournament. So definitely you don't want to just go with Arshdeep Singh as your 100% fit seamer. So I was thinking they could have sneaked DSP in the squad. But yeah, other than that, the playing options themselves, I think most of the players pick themselves. With Varun Chakravarti's recent performances, though, there's a case for him to be in the squad. I think he can walk in for Washington Sundar. But other than that, the players themselves, I feel they're all quality enough to be in the side.
Yeah, Rahul, I think that was excellent. You covered most of the things that I was going to say. The thing with this Champions Trophy is that they got like they changed a little bit of leadership also. It's not Hardik Pandya the vice captain anymore. They gave they put Hardik Pandya aside, they put KL Rahul aside, Shreyas Iyer, they gave it to Shubman Gill. I
That's
think
so that.
I think I mean they're trying to groom that next generation of youngsters, giving them captaincy, like treasurer or whatever. I mean, yes, he's a vice captain only, not a captain, but still, I think this will be a good learning experience for him. But yes, you have talked about the Bumrah's, uh, like I think it's 95% confirmed that he won't be participating in this Champions Trophy. I mean, him injured bowling is still better than many other bowlers in the world. I personally say. So, I mean, yes, we don't want to get injured, but are injured more and more bowling with that injury. But I think it's 99% that he will be. Uh, I think that's going to be a huge miss for India because when I'm talking about Bumrah's injury, I'm getting flashbacks of that. Like when Bumrah was injured, they included Varun Chakravarti in the lineup, and then our group stage was included of Pakistan and New Zealand, and venue was Dubai. I'm having like a deja vu thing where we couldn't even make it to the T20, those T20 World Cup or Asia Cup. Something was happening in Dubai.
T20. Yeah.
I'm having like
I think Bumrah
nightmares
was
about that.
I think Bumrah was playing that tournament. It was the next one in Australia where Bumrah was out and we got kicked in the semifinals. Yeah, but
Still,
still, I mean,
I think the
Bumrah's
only thing that is missing from all of this is Dhoni being the mentor. So if he was a mentor, I think it would have been a full circle again, and maybe more nightmares. But, yeah. Not
no,
I'm
but
not saying anything about Dhoni, by the way, because I'm just saying
yeah, nice
all of
cover
it
up. Nice
collectively.
cover up. But I just want to talk about the Shubman Gill vice captaincy incident. I don't see where it's coming from because I do realize he has a 57 average in ODI cricket and he's been playing like very good in ODI cricket. But I just feel if they this gives players like of the quality of Ruturaj Gaikwad or Abhishek Sharma or Yashasvi Jaiswal this kind of backing. Sorry, said Abhishek by accident. I didn't mean to say that. But uh give like other youngsters this backing because Abhishek Sharma gets the backing, so I can't include him in this list. But yeah, I'm just saying Ruturaj Gaikwad, like what did he do wrong to not get this type of backing or get an opportunity in an opener slot? So I'm just wondering like where did you make Shubman Gill direct vice captain so that he's a certainty in the playing 11 over Yashasvi Jaiswal in this squad basically? Like he's not in the best of forms, Shubman Gill. I know he did play a
He
match-winning knock in the previous ODI, but before this, I'm saying when they picked the squad itself, they made him vice captain. So on what basis was he made vice captain? As to say that he's guaranteed a spot over who I'd say is the better talented player in Yashasvi Jaiswal. I don't know. So I don't know on what basis he's made the vice captain of the team, but I feel like it's just a move to tell everyone that he's guaranteed to be part of the playing 11 and he's going to play ahead of like Yashasvi Jaiswal or something, which doesn't make sense to me. I feel like it should be a straight shootout for Shubman Gill versus Yashasvi Jaiswal, and whoever plays better, whoever's in the better form starts. And if it's Shubman Gill right now, if he continues his performance, then so be it. Fair enough to start him, but putting that vice captaincy name straight away and securing him a spot is what doesn't seem right to me.
To be fair to Shubman Gill, there isn't a lot of 50 over cricket form behind him or any like games behind him recently, so it's hard to judge his form in that format. But I think it's fair to say that India's kind of like tying their hands behind their back and not giving themselves the option to go with Jaiswal by making Gill captain. So that's
Yeah,
completely
see,
fair to
no
me.
doubt. Gill is a quality player, like no doubt. But my point is like just telling he's a vice captain means he's sure shot in the playing 11. And even if, let's say he didn't score his 87, let's say he's in a string of bad scores again, like you can't change. Like if you suddenly just drop a vice captain, it looks like horrendous. And we know our Indian cricket is not going to do that. They don't make such gutsy calls ever. So in that way, I think it's just like you could have made it more of a certainty of vice captains. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, go
you go
on.
ahead. No, I was going to say that you also talked about the squad consisting only of uh, three fast bowlers,
Yeah.
right? I mean, Hardik Pandya could also be considered as a fast bowler. So you could have like Shami, Arshdeep. I mean, Hardik Pandya for sure will be in the squad because, or in the lineup because he's an all-rounder. So, I mean, he'll give you the batting and bowling. But one thing is that the spinners. currently, yes, Washington Sundar is in the squad, and then Varun Chakravarti is playing the ODI. So that might be a swap that might be happening, or will be seen before the deadline is due. So just assume Washington will be switching with Varun. But the other spinner is Akshar Patel, again, good spinner. I'm talking, focusing mainly on Kuldeep Yadav. He's he's just coming back from a groin injury. He has not played
Mm.
any cricket recently. So I'm not sure how he would be impactful to the Indian side coming straight back from injury. I don't think he's even playing ODI if
No,
He,
I'm
he did last game, though.
okay. Uh,
that's the issue. You're really
just having
punting
three
on
games though.
players here.
Basically 3 games
You're
before
punting
you.
on a lot of guys. Like that's the issue with me. Like Rohit Sharma is basically performing like no hit Sharma right now. He's had zero form. Our captain is out in zero form. Virat Kohli hasn't scored a run in like 2-3 months. So he's not having form. Shubman Gill played excellently last game. Won us the match, but take that out, not much form behind him. Kuldeep Yadav hasn't played in a while. Jadeja didn't really
And
do
then
much in the PGT either. Bumrah's injured. Shami's coming back from an injury. He's looking pretty rusty. If you're depending on Harshit Rana to bail you out of games, I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen. Just saying
and then
that.
you have our team management benching Shreyas Iyer, but the only reason he got the chance to play the last ODI was too because Virat Kohli was injured. So you're telling me you're benching a good player just because of your right hand left hand combination, and then you're not giving a chance to a player the caliber of Shreyas Iyer. He proved himself again. I think he was hitting those short balls. I mean, yes, in the India when India played the ODI World Cup in 2023, he used to always get out to the short balls. I think he has learned his lesson. I think he was playing those short balls very well. So I think he's also for sure. I mean, considering his form in the first ODI, and I think he'll do good today.
I mean,
When I'm recording.
Shreyas Iyer is just one of those guys who's just that easily droppable name, right? Like he's just that one guy who you
Yeah,
can
I
just
think he's
drop
just
and no
being.
one will ask anything. No one will ask anything if you drop Shreyas Iyer. No one will be like, "Oh, Shreyas Iyer got dropped." They'll just be like, "Oh, it's a news." Because who else can you drop like that and not make a news out of? Shreyas Iyer is the only guy. So that's why he becomes bait. But thankfully now I think he's sealed his spot and no one can drop him.
Yeah, it's likely that he'll probably take the spot of Jaiswal, not a direct swap, but they'll push everyone else up. But all that being said, how do you guys think India will perform in this tournament? Because we've poked a few
Before that, let's
holes,
get
but
through playing 11s if we have.
oh, sure, yeah,
So, okay, I'll go first.
yeah.
Okay, so I got my captain Rohit Sharma and partnering with Shubman Gill. And then I got Virat Kohli, the king at 3, but unfortunately completely out of form. But I still back him and Rohit to have a good tournament. And at 4, I have Shreyas Iyer. 5, I have KL Rahul batting over ahead of Rishabh Pant just because of the consistency KL Rahul showed in that 2023 World Cup. I thought he got unnecessarily criticized in the final. So yeah, I have KL Rahul at 5, and I have Hardik at 6. But in case of left hand, right hand, I can push Aksar at 6. We saw how quality an innings he played in the first ODI. Definitely is very improved as a batter nowadays. Can play blistering innings and also can anchor a bit. So I have Aksar Hardik at 6, 7, and I have Jadeja at 8. And then I have Kuldeep at 9. Even though he's coming off an injury, I'll still back him to perform. And then at 10 and 11, I'm assuming Bumrah is not going to be fit. So I have Arshdeep and Shami to round it out. So I have Arshdeep, Shami, Hardik as 3 seamers. I have Aksar, Jadeja, Kuldeep as my spinners. And in case Kuldeep doesn't land it right, I hope they bring Varun Chakravarti to the squad so he can be a direct backup to Kuldeep in case he's not bowling as well as they expect him to in this ODI series and also at the beginning of the Champions Trophy. So I feel like I give myself decent options with the 6 bowling options and also batting down to number 8 with Jadeja coming in. So I think it's a well-rounded 11 that this constitutes. The only thing is the backups might be an issue. If one of the Pacers goes down, you're basically depending on Harshit Rana, who I'm assuming, I don't know where Mohammad Siraj is. I don't think they'll bring him in. So you're depending on Harshit Rana and you're depending on the Washington Sundar, which is a tier down on backups in my opinion. But the starting 11 is still solid in conditions like Dubai.
Nanish, go ahead.
Similar to what Rahul said, I mean, I'll have Rohit Sharma, of course, open, and then since Shubman Gill is the vice captain now, we cannot drop him. I don't think Yashasvi Jaiswal finds himself a place. So for me, I think Shubman Gill will be opening with Rohit Sharma. And yes, despite the poor form that Virat Kohli is carrying on his shoulders, I think I mean,
He's
if
the
you
best
drop
ODI
him,
player ever.
if you drop him, people like Rahul will be like, he's the best ODI, he's the best ODI.
He
So
is the best ODI player
you
to ever walk on a cricket pitch.
India and Gautam Gambhir will have to like hear from like a lot of fans. They have
It's
huge
not
fan
even
base,
the
right?
fans. You're talking about the best
So
ODI player to ever walk on a cricket pitch right here. You're not dropping
so
Virat Kohli. No chance.
exactly, like Rahul has answered my questions, or my points. But yeah, Virat Kohli is playing at number 3, and then Shreyas Iyer, I have him as a number 4. Like looking at his form recently, um, I think he is uh, a player that you cannot drop now. And then uh, I, number 6 for wicketkeeper, I have KL Rahul. I do not have Rishabh Pant here because I think KL Rahul can easily replace Rishabh. Not easily, but he'll give you the same quality as Rishabh Pant. But Rishabh Pant just plays some aggressive shots. Aggressive
Yeah.
shots. He's not an opener. Aggressive shots as a middle order batsman is not necessary. He has to play that uh, stability role. I think KL Rahul can play that stability role. And then number 6, I have Hardik Pandya. He can be as your all-rounder, pacer, and all. And then after him, number 7, Jadeja, then Kuldeep, and then Shami. And then I do have Bumrah still listed as my playing 11. I just have that, like I said, 90% he is not going to be playing, but that 10% hope I still have. I think all Indian fans have that hope because he's a player that we cannot be missing. So I still have him in my lineup, but in case he does not make it, uh, I do not see Siraj making comeback to the squad, considering how Rohit Sharma in a press conference said Siraj, we don't trust Siraj with the old ball, and then I don't know where they got
Well,
the
we can't
statements
trust our
from.
openers with the new ball, though. What about that?
Exactly, but yeah, but who I don't know. I guess considering how much backing they're giving Harshit Rana, I think he'll be put into the squad,
So
and
you're
then
dropping
he'll.
Akshar Patel.
Uh, I mean,
I'm okay.
I
If
don't.
it's okay, let's say you only can have one of Akshar or Jadeja. You going Jadeja?
Oh, fair enough. Yes.
I have both, but if I'm making that choice, I'm going Akshar Patel any day of the week. Like in the current form and his batting, I feel like his batting is better than Jadeja right now. And as a bowler, I feel Jadeja is more controlling bowler, but Akshar, I feel, has that edge as a wicket taker
I'm
currently.
not sure how the pitches are going to be turning out in Dubai, considering how all the tournaments are. I
Yeah.
mean, if it is spin heavy, I mean, yes, you could drop Bumrah also and take in
Drop.
Akshay, but I mean, drop Bumrah as
Okay.
in like if he was
Okay.
injured, like not oh no. In that case, he could have dropped Arshdeep, I would say, but I mean. I don't know. Warren Jasprit is also a good player. I don't know how he'll find himself a place in this squad. A lot of capable players, actually, with no place.
We'll see what they do. No matter what we say, they'll do what they do only. But
Yeah.
Sean, what's your playing 11?
I mean, mine is, I think it's the exact same as Rahul's, so no point in me listing it out here. But to be honest, the batting depth is one thing that really pops off the chart. I mean, people all the way down to like 9, 10 are capable batsmen. I guess that's the game nowadays. You have to have people who can bat all the way down there, and India has that in numbers. So that's going to be very exciting to see.
But at the
If
same time, if you have just because you have batting 9 and 10, you can't go like the England army and try and hit every ball. We saw what
yeah,
happened in the 2023 World Cup with that approach.
yeah, no, see,
Just because you have Adil Rashid batting at 11 doesn't mean you can go out gung ho every ball and think you'll get away with it.
yeah.
Is
I
my
mean, the thing with England is when the conditions are tough, they can't, they haven't been able to adapt to that either, even if they have pretty good batsmen as well. So, yeah, we'll see how India goes about that. What do you guys think of their chances, though, in general, like in this tournament? We've poked some holes in the chances, or like in parts of the squad, but overall, it's like one of the strongest squads in the world right now. So how do you guys think they'll go?
I think it is one of the stronger squads, but then again, considering I said I'm getting deja vu's. Uh, and
Pakistan and New Zealand
oh God, yeah,
in Dubai.
Pakistan, New Zealand, Dubai, Varun Chakravarti in the squad. I mean, I don't want it to become a scapegoat again. He was the scapegoat last time.
I
He
don't know.
found
I think Bhuvi was the scapegoat last time. Actually, no, I don't think he was.
both, I
I
think.
don't
Both,
remember.
yeah, both of them were scapegoat. But yeah, it's very hard. But if anything, I don't think we'll make it to the or at least not the
India's not
finals.
making the semifinals, you're saying?
No, finals.
So what about semifinals?
We'll see how that goes.
We called you to predict, not say we'll see how it goes.
Okay, go. I think they'll reach semifinals very
Come on,
hard
boss.
way.
You're predicting Bumrah now will be out, but you can't predict if India will make the semis or not.
Okay, fine. I don't think they'll make it.
Is it
They won't make the.
semis?
Yeah, I don't think they'll make semis.
Who's making semis in that group?
Pakistan.
He's calling the dark
mean-
horse Bangladesh, guys.
I mean, see, Pakistan is playing in their home.
Najmul
I mean,
Hussain
except India, I think
Captain.
everyone is playing in Pakistan.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Oh, the pitches
know.
are gonna be
I don't-
roads.
I don't know how India could battle like other teams with. So I don't know. I don't think India will make the finals.
That's a bold call.
Bold
I mean,
call.
I don't think this is the strongest of squads, but like Sean said, I think the batting depth is really good, and they have the bowling options as well. If Bumrah doesn't play, that's a huge factor, obviously.
Yeah, that's the only. I think if Bumrah
If
plays,
Bumrah plays,
if Bumrah plays, for sure India is going to semis and maybe even finals also. Bumrah, I think without Bumrah, the chances just drop down drastically. Like at least 30% of chances just go down just because of one person. That's how strong Bumrah is.
I just feel like our Asian friends, Asian neighbors, Pakistan and Bangladesh are gonna help us out to the semifinals. From there, it's God's plan. But I think India will make the semifinals. I'm just worried about like the opponent they'll play in the semifinals. It depends on the opponent, in my opinion. But I don't know. I just see this team falling short in a knockout game.
But
One of the
hear me
knockout
out.
games.
I think Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma will play their like skin, like since this is going to be their last ODI. I think after this they might retire
They're
from
playing the
ODI also.
27 World Cup.
You think so? Then we'll see. Though.
Kohli's for sure playing. I don't know about Rohit. Kohli's gonna play.
Okay.
But I think, as Gambhir's been saying, it's their decision. I think.
Yes, okay, yeah.
Have to see.
But I think
But-
they'll play their hard job for this one.
I think
see.
India's for sure making the semifinals just because, to be honest, I think this group is easier than the other group. So I think India will make the semifinals. But
I'm not sure
I
how
feel- I
India
feel like
always
they're gonna-
lands the same group. Pakistan, New Zealand. I mean, Pakistan I understood is just for money. They
yeah,
put it on purpose. But New Zealand, I don't know about that.
yeah.
I
I
guess
feel
they
like
didn't want
okay.
to make it too easy.
I'll say my call. I think India's gonna lose in the finals,
Lose in the final.
or they're gonna
Against
go to the
South
finals.
Africa?
I'm gonna hope they win, but I just feel like the finals thing is gonna haunt unless South Africa's playing them. Then I think India will win.
It's
Thank you, Sean.
one bad luck versus another team bad luck. So what can we do? But yeah, I honestly agree that India could crash out in the semis because I mean, like Raul said, this group is much easier than the other one. I don't even if they're players that are struggling for form, if Bumrah is unfit, I still think India, like at least 2 out of the 3 games, they're gonna potentially win comfortably. Pakistan did not look that impressive today, to say the least. So, I mean, despite no Bumrah, despite the questions around Shami's fitness, despite questions around their star players' form, I mean, India is India at the end of the day, and there are batsmen who are in form in Gill or I mean, you can't really call Gill in form yet. He played 1 game, but Shreyas Iyer and others. So I think
Yes, guys, put it in the headlines. India is India, Pakistan is Pakistan, and Bangladesh is Bangladesh.
this
You
is
heard
Nama
it.
India, Nama.
These are
Oh
the
my
type of
God.
facts that you guys tune into this channel for, so I'm happy to
Yep.
provide them. But I do think India is going to be or is going to crash out in the semis. I just don't know. There's too many questions to put them in the
I think
final for
a
me.
fun.
Okay, you know what? Just because y'all are giving up on India so quickly, I'm gonna change my claim. I think India's gonna win the Champions Trophy. I'm gonna make that bold claim.
Yo.
Scratch what I said. I think this team, India is India, Pakistan is Pakistan, Bangladesh is Bangladesh. We'll keep that all aside, but
If
India's a
you're making
powerhouse
the
at the end
bold
of the
claim of
day.
India making finals, I'll make a bold claim of that India and Pakistan will play the finals.
Ooh.
Oh.
Despite the thrashing against New Zealand today?
That's a different story to talk.
Bro, it's in Pakistan though. They're gonna literally play there.
Yeah, but I think Pakistan has a good team too, but we'll talk
So
about it.
rematch of
We'll
the
get to
2017
them. We'll
finals.
get to them.
Yes, we'll see.
So you here first, we saw a guy who said they won't go to the semifinals and suddenly said Pakistan will make the finals. Okay.
I mean, if Pakistan is making finals, then I could
Oh, so
change
you're not
my.
calling India Pakistan finals.
No. I'm saying if India, Pakistan, if you're saying India will make to finals, then you said that they will be lost in semis. I'll say India will go to finals, but along with Pakistan,
India
and
Pakistan.
I think that'll be a big
Who
match.
win it?
Who'll win it? Only.
You're not calling Pakistan to win the finals, are
Yeah,
you?
I don't want to say. I don't want
So
to
are you
jinx
saying
it
India's
too.
gonna win the Champions Trophy too
I don't
now?
want to. Yeah, hope they win against Pakistan.
Yeah.
Sorry if
Yeah.
I'm showing some bias, but sorry guys, I'm off after all from India.
It's okay. No matter what, we're gonna get punched in the nose by the comments, so it's
Pakistan
fine. We'll
fan.
just say something good.
We might as well.
Guys,
But
if you comment against India fan, man, that's just absurd.
Unless you're not an India fan, obviously. We're not forcing you to support India in that case.
yes. All right. That should be it for this preview, though. Be sure to stay tuned for the other 7 previews that we have coming up for you guys. We're early to the horn this time, so let's hope we get all of these out in time for the Champions Trophy. All right. See you guys next time with another preview.
Bye.